What is going on, everybody? Super Yankee for Life here once again, and I am back here with my NFL picks for the divisional round in 2019, or is it 20? No, it's the 2019 season. But anyway, I'm already looking forward to this round more than I was the wild card round because honestly, all four games stunk, and yes, even the two overtime games, I thought were not very entertaining to watch for the most part. The Vikings Saints game was okay, I guess, but the other three were just not very good, especially the Seahawks Eagles game. But yeah, I was going to get right into it with the Vikings and 49ers. I shouldn't give the Vikings a chance to win this game, but then again, I didn't give them a chance to win the game in New Orleans, but yeah, they somehow did that. Um, I like I said, I shouldn't be giving these guys a chance to win, but again, it's going to come down to, I believe, Jimmy Garoppolo. Can he be competent enough? Can he be consistent enough from what he's been able to do over the last month? And I think he's played pretty well over the last month, especially in that game in New Orleans, which I thought was his best performance of the entire season. But yeah, it will not be their defense or their running game or their offensive line, which even though it's banged up, I think it's still a pretty good unit. But they will have their hands full against a front seven, a pass rush in the Vikings that I think is very underrated, and I think will cause Jimmy G to have some problems. Fortunately for the Niners, they are playing a quarterback that I think is just not very good whatsoever. I'm not sold. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid that everybody's been drinking this week with Kirk Cousins and leading them to that game-winning touchdown drive in overtime. Um, he could have a bad game like he usually does, and we're right back to square one. And it's one of those things where he is who he is at this point in his career. He'll show flashes of what he can be, but at the end of the day, he's been in the league long enough to know, this is kind of who he is. And I believe the Niners are favored by a touchdown in Vegas, which sounds about right. So I will go with the Niners to win 24-17 type of game. Whether it be a late touchdown by Jimmy G or the defense scores a touchdown or a running touchdown, whatever. Um, so I will go with the Niners to reach the conference championship game next Sunday. On to the Saturday night game between Titans and the Ravens. Um, I think I think this much like the first game. I think the Titans can do some things that will give the Ravens a lot of problems. Um, but I think to me this is a game that matches strength with strength. The Titans like to run the football. The Ravens like to run the football a lot. So I think this can be a really physical, low-scoring game. And I think it can. I think it will favor the Ravens more because of that. And so I would pick the Ravens to win. But this would like the Ravens are a 10-point favorite, and I don't understand why. I think the Titans are a severely underrated football team, and I said going into the playoffs, this is not the team I would want to face if I were an AFC team like the Ravens, the Chiefs, like the Patriots, like just like how I predicted that they would beat the Patriots last week. Um, so I will go. I will still go with the Ravens to win this, but they're getting 10 points. If I'm picking this game, I'm going with the Titans to cover that 10 points, and so yeah, it just or not cover 10 points. I think you know what I mean. But pick the Titans or pick the Ravens to win, but have the Titans lose by less than 10 points. Is what I'm trying to say. On to these Sunday games. Ravens, or not Ravens, what the fuck? Texans at the Chiefs. I will go with the Chiefs. The Texans, I mean, Deshaun Watson practically bailed them out of that performance against the Bills last week. So I will go with the Chiefs so that way we can get a AFC Championship game matchup between Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes and the Ravens and the Chiefs next week. And then finally, the Seahawks and the Packers. I'm going with the Packers at home because honestly, that Seahawks game with the Eagles bored me to death. I don't want to see them, in the conference championship game against the 49ers. Really, both Niners Hawks games were close, but they weren't really good to watch. If that makes any sense. Both teams made a lot of mistakes in those two games, so honestly, I don't want to see a third meeting between those two teams. So I will go with the Packers to set up a practically a one versus two matchup for both conferences next week. So, but yeah, I'm just hoping for, if anything else, I'm just hoping for four very good, entertaining, close games to watch this divisional round. And I think we will get that for the most part. But yeah, those are my picks. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, Super Yankee for Life signing off. Peace.